Welcome back to Esthetics Magazine. Find more skincare resources at aestheticsmagazine.com. In today's episode, we will be discussing anatomy and the circulatory system. One of the most important systems in the human body is the cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system is responsible for delivering nutrients to the cells and removing waste products from the cells. It also helps to regulate body temperature and carries hormones. The main components of the cardiovascular system are the heart, blood, and blood vessels. This section will look at these components in more detail and also examine the physiology of the cardiovascular system. Blood vessels are the channels or conduits through which blood is distributed to body tissues. The vessels make up two closed systems of circulation. These are the systemic circulation, which supplies blood to all the body except the lungs, and the pulmonary circulation, which supplies blood to the lungs so that gas exchange can take place. There are three main types of blood vessels: arteries, which carry blood away from the heart, veins, which carry blood back to the heart, and capillaries, which are tiny blood vessels that connect the arteries to the veins. These are the sites of transfer of gases and nutrients. The heart is a hollow muscular organ that lies in the chest. It has a range of different functions, but its main role is to pump blood around the body. The heart is made of cardiac muscle. Unlike other types of muscle, cardiac muscle never gets tired. This is so important as the heart has to work constantly for the whole of our lives. The heart is split into four chambers: the left and right atria and the left and right ventricles. The atria are the top chambers, and the ventricles are the bottom chambers. The right side of the heart receives blood low in oxygen from the body and then pumps it to the lungs. The left side of the heart receives blood high in oxygen from the lungs and then pumps it around the body. The heart is a muscular organ that is cone-shaped and about the size of a closed fist. It's located in the chest, just left of the midline below the breastbone. The bottom of the heart is tipped slightly to the left, called the apex. The top of the heart is connected to the great blood vessels of the body: the vena cava, aorta, pulmonary artery and veins, and the pulmonary veins. A tough membrane called the pericardium surrounds the heart. The heart's wall has three main layers. The outer layer of the heart wall is the epicardium, the middle layer is the myocardium, and the inner layer is the endocardium. A double-walled sac called the pericardium surrounds the heart. The heart's outer wall is made up of three layers. The epicardium, the outer layer of the heart, helps protect the heart by reducing friction. The myocardium is the muscular middle layer of the heart that contracts and forces blood out of the heart. The endocardium is the inner layer of the heart. It helps maintain the heart's shape and function. The heart has four chambers, two on the right and two on the left. The atria, the two upper chambers are called the right or left atria, and the two lower chambers are called the right or left ventricles. Flow of blood through the heart. Blood passes through the heart in the following order: vena cava, right atrium, right ventricle, pulmonary artery, lungs, pulmonary veins, left atrium, left ventricle, aorta, body. Completely deoxygenated blood returns to the heart through two large veins, the inferior and superior venae cavae, emptying into the right atrium. When the muscle of the right atrium contracts, blood is forced through the tricuspid valve into the right ventricle. As the right ventricle contracts, the tricuspid valve closes and blood is forced into the pulmonary artery. In the lungs, blood picks up oxygen and then returns to the left atrium of the heart. After the muscle of the left atrium contracts and blood is forced through the mitral valve into the left ventricle contracts to send the blood through the aortic valve and into the aorta. The aorta is the largest artery in the body. It delivers blood to the body and then returns to the heart through the vena cavae. The tricuspid and mitral valves are atrioventricular valves. They allow blood to flow from the atria to the ventricles, but prevent flow in the opposite direction. The aortic and pulmonary valves are semilunar valves. The cardiovascular system consists of the heart, blood vessels, and blood. The heart serves as a pump to maintain blood circulation. There are three main kinds of blood vessels: arteries, capillaries, and veins. Arteries are the blood vessels that carry blood away from the heart. Most arteries carry oxygenated blood, so the blood is bright red. However, the pulmonary arteries carry deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lungs. Capillaries are very small, only a single cell wide, and they connect the smallest arteries to the smallest veins. They are where the exchange of oxygen, nutrients, and waste products takes place. Veins are the blood vessels that carry blood towards the heart. Most veins carry deoxygenated blood, so the blood is a darker, more bluish red. However, the pulmonary veins carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. Veins have valves that help to prevent backflow and keep the blood moving towards the heart. Veins rely on the action of surrounding muscles to help push the blood through the veins towards the heart. This is why walking is good for vein health, as it promotes better circulation. Small superficial veins that are visible just under the skin may be blue or dark purple in color and are called varicose veins. They have leaky one-way valves. It's more difficult for the blood to be pushed up towards the heart, and the walls of the veins swell from the increased pressure, leading to a pooling and unsightly appearance of the blood. Varicose veins are very common in adults and can cause symptoms such as a dull ache, burning, or itching in the legs. It's important for estheticians to discuss any new circulatory or cardiovascular health changes that a client experiences during the skin analysis and before a new service is performed. Clients with varicose veins or other circulatory conditions may require medical clearance before aesthetic services can be performed. Always working within your scope of practice. The esthetician must avoid diagnosing these skin issues and instead focus on being able to recognize and suggest a physician's attention for clients to promote skin and overall health. There are some major veins that are important in relation to facial and neck aesthetics, including the jugular veins and the external and internal carotid arteries. The external carotid artery supplies blood to the more superficial tissues of the face, and the internal carotid artery supplies blood to the brain. The jugular veins are important because they drain the head and face and carry deoxygenated blood back to the heart. The jugular veins can also show signs of cardiovascular and circulatory health, such as a pulse or pressure in the vessels, which would warrant medical clearance before certain types of services. The blood circulation, or the flow of the blood throughout the body, can be divided into two circuits. The pulmonary circuit moves blood from the heart to the lungs and back to the heart again, and the systemic circuit moves blood from the heart to the rest of the body. Blood starts its journey through the body in the right ventricle of the heart. It is then pumped out of the right ventricle and into the pulmonary arteries, which go to the lungs. In the lungs, the blood receives oxygen and gives off carbon dioxide, a process known as external respiration. The blood then starts its journey back to the heart by traveling through the pulmonary veins, which go to the left atrium of the heart. Next, the blood is pumped from the left ventricle out to the body through the aorta. The aorta is the largest artery in the body. As the blood moves away from the heart, it travels through the rest of the body, providing oxygen and nutrients to all of the body's organs and tissues. This is the systemic circuit, and the body's arteries and veins are important parts of this pathway. The blood collects waste products and carbon dioxide, and then the blood travels back to the heart through the veins. These blood vessels have one-way valves in them that keep the blood moving back towards the heart and prevent it from flowing in the other direction. Finally, the blood re-enters the heart through the vena cava, the largest vein in the body, and the journey starts all over again. The vena cava empties the blood into the right atrium of the heart, and the cycle continues. By moving the blood through the two circuits, the pulmonary and the systemic, the human body is able to neatly and efficiently supply oxygen and other necessities to all of the body's tissues and organs and remove waste products at the same time. It's time to level up your skincare product expertise. Are you confident explaining vitamins A, C, and E to your clients? Stop guessing! Get the Essential Guide by Greg Risha, Understanding Vitamins in Skincare. Get your copy today at aestheticsmagazine.com.